Okay, so one of the biggest moments in my life, life-changing event, all that fun stuff, was my surgery. I have scoliosis, and freshman year, February 4th, I had surgery on my back. I currently have two titanium rods that aligned my spine and pretty much cranked it back into place. The curvature was 64 degrees off of where it should have been, and now it's at like 19 or 20. And so little background on the surgery. In the beginning, like, I was not very scared for it. Like, yeah, it's some serious stuff, and it could have, like, I mean, it was dangerous and stuff. I lost a lot of blood. My heart rate was at 6 beats per minute for one time. But, yeah. To get ready for the surgery, I had to donate some of my own blood so that when I lost a lot of blood from having them splice open my back, they could replace it through transfusions. During the surgery, I had about like 10 IV needles. They're gross, they're ugly, they're huge. And so my fear of any blood and needles and all that crap went away really fast. My mom was more scared for my surgery than I was because, well, freshman year I kind of like absolutely despised in the long run, I guess, more or less. Freshman year I hated. I mean, yeah, it had its ups and downs, but mostly downs. So really I was ready to get out of there, and I was just like, hell yeah, surgery, no school for 2 months. And my mom was more scared than I was, and the night before I stayed up talking to one of my good friends online all night, and then in the morning I had to get up at 5 in the morning. And the last thing I remember was I was in the anesthesia room, and they stuck me with the anesthesia, and there was a little kid next to me who was having another big surgery in anesthesia, so they had already had on Monsters, Inc. And the last thing I remember before my surgery was the scene in Monsters, Inc. where Sully is feeding Boo all the Cheerios and putting him in a line, and then I was out, and the surgery was a 6-hour procedure. So 6 hours later, and who knows how much morphine, I don't even remember the 4 days I was in the hospital, I was awake and like felt like I'd been hit by a truck, and it was terrible, but I survived. And I pretty much hung out in the hospital for 4 days, had a very quick recovery, and went home and started doing my homework, which kind of sucked. And so now I'm going to show you guys my badass scar. Okay, so hopefully you can see my scar. This is it. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 2 feet long or so, and it was pretty intense, and it hurt. Okay, so right now, hopefully if I could get my computer to work, I am showing you guys a picture of my x-rays. So that's one of the most life-changing events in my life, and yeah, I mean, how it affects me now, like, I can't bend over and touch my toes, how sad. And when I go through airport metal detectors I beep, but I have a card for that. Actually, I'm gonna go find my card to show you guys. So yeah, and I beep through metal detectors, and I have a cool scar to show off when I'm swimming and such. And yeah, other than that, I'm really not that affected by it. It's done a lot for me. Here's my card that says I can beep through a security gate and not get like shot at by airport security. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that too well, but it says that the holder of this card has a spinal implant, blah blah blah. So yeah, surgery, life-changing. I don't recommend it, but if you have to, good luck.